Welcome to this week's episode of the Up Six channel. This week I'm doing something completely different. So I tried something completely different. Yes, I did. What did I do? I looked at my app of choice, search for sites, and I looked about an hour away from home in a direction I never normally go, towards Telford. Picked a random bit of countryside that looked a bit bland and boring, and I went, let's go right there. So where have I ended up? This is called Ted's Farm Camping and Caravan site. It's in the middle of the countryside, as you can see, not far from Telford, and it's rather pretty. It's showery, there's thunderstorms rolling around, I can hear in the distance. So not only is it a bit of a random choice, it's a random choice in terms of weather as well. Normally when I pick a campsite, I like to make sure there's lots to do within a walking distance. I don't like having to drive. I like to pop my van up and that's it for a day, 2 days, 3 days, and then I'll move on. I've no idea what there is to do around here, but I'll do a quick guided tour of the campsite itself. There is a very, very nice toilet and shower block in this sort of porter cabin type thing. I think it's fairly new, but it does look very smart inside. Very nice showers, look at that. There's an outdoor table tennis. There's a little pot wash at the end, just round the corner. And the whole place has a feel of brand new about it. It's lovely. Just down here we have a Elsan point, chemical toilet point, grey water disposal, so it isn't a drive over. You'll have to bring your grey waste in buckets or something, and then a waste area for your rubbish. I was talking to the lady who greeted me. These are almost brand new automatic barriers, so you have to put a key code to get in, key code to get out. It's quite nice, it makes it quite secure. And on the other side of the road is a little farm shop. Not been in yet. I think it's open in the morning, something like 8:30 till 11:30, something like that. But yeah, the farm shop's in that little building there, so I will explore that tomorrow and see what it's like. So it's a lovely little campsite, very impressed. I would never have deliberately chosen this place, which is what I like about it actually. It's the fact that it's just completely at random, and yeah, so it's costing me £24 without hookup. I'm not sure what it is with hookup. I know there's hens in the far corner of the field. We'll go and see them later, but I can hear a big thunderstorm coming, so right now I'm going to head back to the van. There's also a very interesting field over there, which I'll I'll start that again. I shall show you later once this thunderstorm's passed. What is there to do if you are willing to drive away from the campsite? Well, I did a quick Google. I found quite a few things actually, even though I thought I was in a really boring place. I'll give you a little list. This campsite is only 2.5 miles away from Weston Park, which is a 17th century mansion with landscaping by Capability Brown. Just 2.5 miles away. Just 5 miles away is Boscobel House, a timber frame building built in 1632. Do you know, I might have to drive away and look at some of these myself, I think. It's a bit more interesting around here than I thought. If you're willing to drive 11 miles away from here, there's Whitewick Manor, a National Trust property, which I think also has gardens. 11 miles. Also 11 miles away is Smesto Valley Local Nature Park. So for any nature lovers, I've not been, I'm not likely to go. Like I say, I'm only going to walk from here. It's a bit far to walk there and back in a day. So, but again, if you're in a car or willing to take your van, that could be quite interesting. Oh, here's some chickens. Hello chickens. And just 8 miles away is Ironbridge, which is where you'll find the world's very first cast iron bridge, built in 1779. I have been there and it's really worth a visit. What do you reckon, chicks? Worth a visit, isn't it? You can get eggs from the farm shop here, and no doubt this is where the eggs come from. If you're willing to drive 15 miles, there's the National Trust Shugborough Estate, a lovely stately home. I have been 30 years ago, something like that, but I think it's worth a visit there as well. That's only 15 miles away, so not too bad. Just 7.5 miles away, and probably the best value of all of these options, is the Royal Air Force Museum at RAF Cosford. I've been there to see air shows. The museum is completely free. If you look online, you can book tickets. I don't know whether you have to book tickets. They're free, whether you book online or just turn up. Last time I went, a long time ago, I just turned up. So yeah, that's definitely at 7.5 miles away. So as you can see, there's a multiple choice of places you can visit from somewhere I just picked at random and thought that looks really boring. How wrong I can be. However, I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm only going to walk from here. Erica, the lady who greeted me, she's very lovely. She suggested a walk to the village of Shifnal, which isn't too far, but she said there's some nice, at least one nice pub there, so I might do that. I can hear rumblings of thunder in the background again. I don't want to go too far from the van. I don't want to get drenched. So, although I was going to walk and show you some flowers, I've now changed my mind. I'm not going to walk and show you some flowers. I'll save those for later once this thunderstorm has either come and gone or just gone and hasn't drenched me at all. So I'll speak to you again in a few minutes. Let's see if the thunderstorm passes. Again, I don't like being in the middle of a big open field if there's a thunderstorm about, especially holding a big pole with a camera on the end like this. This is the beautiful little lane that runs up to the campsite, but I'm coming down here to try to give you a view of the field next door. So this is the adjacent field. I'll give you a quick peep over this hedge, but I want to see if there's a gap. Well, I think you can see fairly well from here. Lots and lots of pink flowers. I think they're a sort of poppy. They have great big seed heads on the top of some of them where the flowers are finished, about the size of a tennis ball. Is there a gap down here? I hope there is. But anyway, what these flowers are used for apparently is they're harvested, the petals are harvested for confetti. So if you've ever been to a wedding where the confetti is dried petals, they may well have come from this field. Apparently this isn't the only field here. So this campsite is near a little village called Sheriff Hales, which is a really strange name, but I'll put the name at the bottom so you can see how it's spelt. And the campsite itself, for those who use Ordnance Survey, I'll put the grid reference. I'll also put the 3 words down, because from thinking this was just a random rubbish campsite, not rubbish but ill-planned trip, I can now see how wrong I was. It's turned out to be in a beautiful location, and it's the first time I've ever seen a field of pink poppies. There's a lot more over there. I don't want to go traipsing all over, but you can see here the size of some of the seed heads. That looks like a poppy, doesn't it? This one here is about the size of a billiard ball, but up the top of the field there are some about the size of a tennis ball. Try and give you a closer view, so I just walk on and give you a closer view of a flower, why not? I don't think anybody will mind just doing it a few paces in. Is that a poppy? I think that's a poppy. Isn't that beautiful? And if you look that way, well, it's a very big field and it's full of them. How they harvest the petals, I don't know. It's probably a bit wet at the moment to harvest them, but whether they do it by hand or have a machine, I'd love to see them doing that. I shall look out for it while I'm here. Yeah, great. How about that? I didn't expect that. Wherever you go, there's something different and unusual if you open your eyes and have a look. Well, turns out it's a lovely site in a fantastic location. If you want to drive just 2.5 to say 15 miles away, there's loads to see. My challenge is come tomorrow in possibly iffy weather, what can I do? What can I do just on foot? Perhaps I'll do that Shifnal walk that Erica suggested. We'll see. Right now, I'm going to sit down and have a cup of coffee. Let's do that, shall we? The rain has set in now, it's quite heavy, there's rumbles of thunder in the background, so yeah, I'm now wondering what I'm going to do tomorrow. It's going to be very weather dependent. Let's have a little look outside, shall we? If it's like this tomorrow, then I'm not going to go on a walk. I don't want to get drenched, and I shall probably go to RAF Cosford, and go to the RAF, the Royal Air Force Museum at RAF Cosford. So if the weather's rubbish tomorrow, I shall leave the campsite and do that. If, however, the weather is fine, I shall stay here one more night and I shall walk to Shifnal or do another walk, but Shifnal I think is the walk to do as recommended by Erica, who is the meet and greet person here. So I'm guessing you could hear that thunder then. Yeah, I'm just going to settle down now and have my tea, I think. Good morning and welcome to this damp, dank, cool Tuesday morning, the morning after a night of very, very heavy rain. The good news is that the campsite itself seems to drain very well, so the ground is pretty firm, but I've had a look over into the field next door and everywhere looks very muddy. The weather forecast is for a day of rain, 50% chance of rain all day. So I've decided I'm not going to walk to Shifnal, I'm going to drive to RAF Cosford. I've booked my free ticket online. I don't think you need to do that, but it's very easy. It just sort of says total zero. You put some details in. You do have to pay for the car park. It doesn't tell you how much that is. So if you've got a car full of people, it's probably going to be quite cheap. It might be relatively expensive for me on my own in the van, but that's what I'm going to do. Go to RAF Cosford and we'll have a look around there, and then at least I'm undercover and I can keep out of the rain and the heavy showers that are likely to be. I don't really need anything, but oh golly gosh, it's very smart in here, isn't it?
It's nice.
Looks
yeah.
as new as the rest of the site.
Are you blogging or just saving stuff for your own?
It's for my own, but I do stick it up on YouTube. I've got 25 followers. Wow! But yeah, this is lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, they've done a lovely
Oh,
job.
they've done a lovely job. Do you have any alcohol-free beers and things like that? Have you got any of those in?
No, only we've got cider.
Because medical reasons, I can't drink alcohol, which is really annoying.
Oh, shame. Yeah, no.
So we've got some alcohol-free ciders, though.
Yes, that is all.
And lots of soft drinks, of course.
Loads of soft drinks.
Loads of soft drinks, which is fine. Isn't it? Lots of wine. I shall definitely be coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is fantastic. And a good selection, because quite a lot of places just have, you know, one loaf of bread and some biscuits and that's it.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've got, we obviously get loads of fresh stuff delivered for the weekend, but the bread...
Yeah. And I guess the eggs are from the chickens.
They are, yes.
Of course they are, why would they not be?
Oh, nice multicoloured ones.
Yeah. Oh, they lay different coloured eggs, do they?
Yeah, we've got some blues and some greens.
Oh,
some
wow.
whites.
Yeah, that's what you get with your own chickens, don't you?
No,
you don't know which one, which hen does which.
No, not sure.
That's lovely.
Did you sleep all right then?
I prefer it when it rains a bit. I like the rain. I like it. It's sort of I find it very calming to.
Well, yeah, people pay
the rain.
good money for that soundtrack.
They do.
Don't they?
You can download them, can't you? As a, I forget what they call it now. As a mindfulness white noise, isn't it?
Although, well, they've got all different names now, haven't they? Pink noise, brown noise.
Yeah. Rain probably isn't white. It's probably it's coloured slightly, isn't it? I don't know what colour you'd call it. Grey.
Oh well, we've got no internet today, which is always.
Have you not?
Games,
Oh no. Yeah, fantastic. This is honestly the best campsite shop I think I've ever seen.
Yay! Oh, David.
Easy.
So they're doing Land's End, John O'Groats.
Oh, is that what he's doing? Is that in the little green, the little tent at the top? Land's End to John O'Groats.
Yes.
He's very brave.
He's very brave. He said he's already had his bike repaired about, I can't remember what he said, 5 times.
Yeah.
He's brave.
The furthest I've done is London to Brighton. I did that about 15 years ago. That was great fun because there's just so many people doing it all together, you know, and it's more a day out of fun than, you know, than a serious bike ride. But I enjoyed that.
No, I mean, Land's End, John O'Groats, that's a lot, isn't
That's
it?
a serious distance, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not for my legs, that's very
And it's going north as well, so that's uphill all the way, isn't it? I don't know. Perhaps
Feels
not.
like it should be.
Yeah.
A really steep incline.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well, I'll be leaving. Oop. Oh, I can't get out.
It's
Well,
just a bit
just slightly stiff. Yeah, lovely.
All right then.
I'll be leaving sort of just in time to go to Cosford.
All
Okay.
right then, my lovely. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Car parking is only £7.50, so that's not a rip-off, is it? Because you can stay here all day. And she says it's okay to film, take photographs as much as you like, but do avoid taking photographs of children and don't hang off the wings or the pitot tubes. That's the sticky out bit at the front of an aircraft that measures airspeed, which I don't intend to do. I've no idea what this is. I better read what it is, haven't I? And I'll do a look at a few of these aeroplanes. Well, this is a Hawker Siddeley Domini T1 crew trainer. Not the most interesting plane that's here. I'm sure this one looks far more interesting, doesn't it? So there's a big barrier around this one. Oh, I'd love to sit in the front of something like that. You're not the pilot. The Lockheed SP-2H Neptune Long Range Maritime Control, US, 1947. Yeah, I'd love to be whoever it is sits in there. Presumably that's the person that does the reconnaissance or whatever it is it says it does, sitting in the front. So this is the Hawker Siddeley Nimrod R1, used for electronic surveillance. So I assume these big bulbous bits at the end of the wing and the sort of bulbous bit that it's grown underneath the main fuselage must be where all the electronic surveillance stuff was positioned, scanning the ground below as it flew over at probably quite high altitude, perhaps close to the border with places like Russia and other sensitive areas. I guess through the Cold War. 4 jet engines, at least 4. Is it only 4? Yeah, just 4 jet engines. Yeah, what a beautiful plane that is. I wonder how many thousand miles that flew in its lifetime. Quite a lot, I'm guessing. This weird thing is a Catalina flying boat, built from 1935. Oh, I love the aerial on the side. Pick up some telly there, couldn't you? This is really interesting, isn't it? So presumably the wheels went in when it was landing on water. Fascinating. Oh, and another cool place to be stationed in this little bit on the side. Isn't this fascinating? Oh, this beautiful piece of art. Looks like a piece of art, doesn't it? The Sopwith 1.5 strutter. Isn't that absolutely stunningly beautiful? It definitely looks like it. I don't know what it looks like. It doesn't look real. Oh, there's a machine gun on the back. One pointing backwards and one at the front. Yeah. What is this? It's got very little wings at the back, like short, swept back wings. Obviously a lot more high tech than those biplanes. Lots of avionics inside. Goodness knows what all that did. And then a huge intake for jet engines. So I'm guessing this probably went pretty fast. I don't know what it is yet. I'm going to go around and find it. Massive great wheels. Oh, I'm waving my camera around. Just had a chat with a volunteer. This is called the TSR-2, Tactical Strike Reconnaissance 2. It never flew. On the day it was about to fly in about 1965, the government pulled the plug on it. It was too expensive. It's got short little stubby wings because they're very efficient. It used some airflow from the engine apparently to make them far more efficient. So though it looks like it's got ridiculously small wings, it could actually fly on these tiny wings because of this clever system. Yeah. Well, every school child can recognise this aeroplane, the Supermarine Spitfire. Mark 1, this is. Isn't she beautiful? Such a classic shape. I remember making a plastic model and painting it when I was about 8 years old or something like that. Painted all the patterns on it and then stuck the decals on. Yeah. And that's a pretty cool flying jacket. I think you'll agree. It's been the coolest man alive, pilot, climbing in and out of one of these. Stunning. This is closed for refurb. I don't know which one that is. This one's still open over here. It says weigh in. It says it's the Cold War hangar. So I sort of grew up through the 60s and 70s and into the 80s when the Cold War was definitely a thing, and we were told to hide under a table if a bomb was dropped and rubbish like that, which I don't think would have saved anybody. Yeah, so let's try this hangar next, shall we? So this is the Cold War display. Got some very big aircraft in here as well. This is, I don't know what this, oh yes I do know what it is, it's a Vickers Valiant. Again, it's a huge, I'm guessing it's a long range bomber. I shall find out in a minute, there'll be a sign somewhere, but it is huge. It's almost like a, well, there's passenger aircraft that are a lot smaller than this. There's one of the bombs. That looks like a big nuclear bomb, doesn't it? Let's have a quick look, see if we can work out if that's a big, well, no longer a nuclear bomb, but it was a nuclear bomb, possibly. A thermonuclear weapon, the Yellow Sun, yeah. First thermonuclear weapon developed for operational service in the UK, the Yellow Sun Mark 1. Oh, there it is. And presumably this is the aircraft that carried it, or was designed to carry it. This beautiful aircraft is a MiG-21PF supersonic all-weather single-seat interceptor designed as an agile, high-performance point defence day fighter with all-weather capability. And basically I think the pilot sits on top of a jet engine with guns at his disposal. I mean, that's incredible, isn't it? That's beautiful.
Sleep in the car.